Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this session. So, in a previous session, we have completed a Huffman coding algorithm. Fine. And we have completed the unit number 5, that is a greedy algorithm. Okay. So, let me share my screen and I'll explain the example again, and then I'll give you another example so that you can have a practice. Fine. So, now you already know what is the difference between fixed length coding and variable length coding, right? In a fixed length coding, we can do with the compressing or without compressing. We have seen total course, how much total course it will take, right? And we have compared with the variable length coding. So we are on a conclusion that variable length coding will take a less amount of course to transfer a data from one network to another network, right? So the Huffman coding algorithm is known as a data compression technique, or another words we can say a variable length coding. Okay, we want, if you want to transfer a big file over a network, then you have to compress it so that it will take a less amount of cost. Fine. So this message I want to share over a network. If you use a fixed length coding, then to transfer each character over a network, you have to convert it into ASCII, then ASCII to 8-bit binary number. Okay, so for one character, you will convert it into 8-bit binary number. So if we are having 20 bits, then 20 characters and 20 into 8 bits means 160 bit without compression. Now, if you apply the compression technique, if you compress the data, so what you will do, the representation we are using, we have to change it. If it is 8-bit, then we have to compress it to 2 or 3-bit. If you use a 2-bit number, 2-bit binary number, then we are only able to use a 4 combination, and using 4, we are not able to display the 5 characters. Fine. So we have to take a 3-bit 3-bit representation in which we will represent this 5 character, and we have to use this compression. So we will do what, instead of 8-bit, we will convert it into 3-bit binary number. We will try to send this data. So 20 characters, now we will submit it using 3 bits. So 20 into 3, that will be 60 bits. Now how user will identify that 000 means A, 001 means B. So to send this, to decode the message at the receiver side, you have to send this table along with this bits. Along with this message, you have to send the table. So count the number of bits: 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. This total 15 bits, and these are the 5 characters. So again, you have to convert it into 8-bit binary number. 5 into 8, that will be 40. So 60 plus 15 plus 40 bits, total 115 bits. Okay, so without compression 160 bit, with compression 115 bits, right? So with compression, it will take a less amount of cost. Now let us compare with the variable length coding, right? So here what we will do is we will assign a prefix rule. Code assigned to one character is a prefix of, is not a prefix of another character, so there will be no ambiguity. We have seen, right, key 0001 0 and 1, these are the various codes assigned to various characters. Now I am sending this message 0001. There are multiple meanings of this message, right? So we have to make sure that there will be no ambiguity so that user can easily decode their message. So what we have to do is to use a Huffman coding algorithm. First of all, you have to build a Huffman tree, then you have to traverse the Huffman tree. Okay, so what will be given, characters will be given, frequency means in a message how many times characters are present, that count will be given. Okay, or another words, they will send you the message only. From that, you have to identify the unique characters, and the frequency you have to count. Fine. Now step 1, you have to arrange all these character according to their increasing order of their frequency. Fine. So we have arranged them in a frequency 2, 3, 4, 4, 7. We have arranged in increasing order. Fine. Now what you will do is, this is a priority queue. You will take 2 elements at a time, which is having a least cost or least frequency. We will add it, 2 and 3, you will add it. This is total 5. This is new node. Fine. So this 2 and 3 is removed from the queue. This I node is included. Again, you have to arrange it 4, 4, 5, 7. Fine. Again, you will take 2 elements with a least cost, 4 and 4. Answer is 8. New node, I node 2. This 4, 4 is removed. Okay, 5, 7 and 8. Now again, you will take 5 and 7. 5 is here on the left hand side, 7 is on the right hand side. So answer is 12. So 7, now we all have 2. I know 2 and I know 3, 8 and 12. You will add this. Now this 8 we are getting from 4 and 4. This 12 we got from this tree. So you have to attach it here. So this is how you can build a final Huffman tree. Now no node is remaining. Okay, and now you can see all the characters are remaining here at the leaf node. Okay, now if you want to traverse the Huffman tree, then what you will do, you will start from the root node. On the left hand side, we will assign 0. On the right hand side, we will assign 1 for each node. Okay, so here we will start from 20. Left child 0, right child 1. Now for 8, left child 0, right child 1. For 12, left 0, right 1. For 5, left 0, right 1. So each tree is having some code. Okay, now you have to traverse a tree. Now you just see, we have to assign codes to each character. A, यहाँ पे कहाँ पे है इस साइड पे. So we will start from root 20 to 8, 8 to 4. This is the path. So 0, 1. This is the code. For B, 20, 12, and 7. So 1, 1 is the code. So you have to reach to each and every character, and you can see here, no code is having the, no characters are having the same code as a prefix of the other characters. Now, how to calculate the total cost here? See, we are having total 20 characters, right? Now you just see, each character are representing various times. Number of time it is representing, A is present for 4 times, and code assign is 2 times, 2 bits. A is representing via 2 bits binary number, B is representing via 2 bits, C and D is representing via 3 bits, and E is representing via 2 bits. Each characters are having a variable length. Each characters are having a variable length. So how we will calculate? The frequency into number of code. 4 into 2 bits, 7 into 2 bits, 3 into 3 bits, 2 into 2 3 bits, and 4 into 2 bits. So you will calculate total cost to send the message. That will be 45 bits. Now to decode the message, you have to send this character as well as the code. So you will calculate this code. Number of bits, 2 plus 2 4 plus 3 7 plus 3 10 plus 2 12, and this 5 characters you have to convert it into 8-bit binary number. So 5 into 8 40 plus 12, so plus 45, total cost will be 97 bits, right? So this is how you can calculate it. So when it is a fixed without compression, 160 bits, with compression 115 bits. And if you are using variable length coding, then cost will be 97 bits. So you can see this is taking a less amount of time, so we can use it. Okay, so now let me give you one example. Just a second, I will write it here and you have to solve it. Fine. This is the message. I guess everyone is able to see this. You have to prepare the table, frequency table. Okay. This message will be given. You have to build a Huffman tree and you have to traverse it and find out the total cost. Okay. So is it clear, everyone? What you have to do is, everyone is clear with this? Yes or no? Can you build the Huffman tree and traverse it? Yes or no? So I'm giving you 15 to 20-minute time to completely solve this example. In between, if you find any difficulty, any problem, then please ask. Okay. Everyone has to solve it. I'm asking answers from everyone. Fine. So your time starts now. Okay, so tell me what is the answer? What is the total cost you are getting? Everyone, write down your answer in the chat box. What answers you are getting? Let me share the, let me go to this. Now, see, this is the frequency. A is repeating for 3 times, B is 2 times, C, E is again 2 times, F is four time, K and L is representing 4 time, 1 time, and X is repeating for 2 times. This is the frequency table. Everyone is getting the same table? Yes or no? Please respond me in a chat box, everyone. Hello, are you there? Mahfouz, Krunal, Drashti, Harsh, Rudri, Parth. Please respond me in a chat box. Hello. Am I audible? Yes or no? Okay, then tell me, everyone is getting the same table? Or have you not solved it? Okay. Now, first what we will do, we will arrange them into the sorting manner. Okay. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4. First, you will take K and L with the list frequency from the queue. You will add it, name it as a IN1. Okay, then we are having these choices B, C, E, X, A, F. So we will take this IN1, B and C. So we will take this IN1 and B. Here you just see K and L, it will be represented like this. New node is IN2 with a frequency 4. Then you will take C and E, answer is 4, IN3. Then you will take X and A, 2 and 3, answer is 5, that is node IN4. F and IN3, you will take 4, 4, add it, fine. So this is new node IN5, which with a frequency 8. You will again take this to 4 and 5. No, new node is IN6. Now you will have only two nodes, 8 and 9, IN5 and IN6. Now you will have total answer as a 17, and this is how you can assign the code. This is how you build a Huffman tree. Fine. Now see, there is a change. Like there is a no fixed rule. Sometimes what happened? This tree 84222, this tree you can represent on the left hand side also, on the right hand side also. Okay, there is no fixed rule. So according to that, whatever the data you are sending, according to that, if user is getting the same answer, then it is fine. Okay, so if you're representing on a left hand side, then code will be assigned that is a different. Okay, according to that, user will decode the message. But if you are using a right hand side, then again there will be a different code. But that is fine, because there is no rules have been defined for that. Okay, so now we will assign characters and frequency with the code. So code will be what? For A, 79 and 5 and 3. So 111 for B. B is here. 011. C is here. 100. E is there. 101. Then F is there. 00. Then K 0100. L 0101. And X 110. This is how you can assign the codes. Now, if you want to calculate the number of bits, so 3 into 3, 2 into 3, 2 into 3, 2 into 3, 4 into 2, 1 into 4, 1 into 4, 2 into 3. If you count it, the number of bits will be what? Multiply this. Have you solved it? How many bits will be there? 3 into 3 plus 2 into 3 plus 2 into 3 plus 2 into 3 plus 4 into 2 plus 1 into 4 plus 1 into 4 plus 2 into 3. Add all these answers. I guess this is a 49 bits. Okay, to send the message. Along with that, we have to send this code and characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 characters. into 8 bits plus. Add all these bits, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 3, 12 plus 2, 14 plus 4, 18 plus 4, 22 plus 3, 25 bits. And this 49 bits. So the total answer is what? 16 plus 25 plus 49. Total 90 bits are required to send this message. Fine. So this is how you can calculate total bits, and this is how you can assign the codes. Fine. So everyone is getting the same answer, or is there any doubt? Or is there any different answer? I guess everyone is getting the same answer and same code. Yes or no? Okay, fine. So this is how you can solve the Huffman coding algorithm. Okay. See, in exam, sometimes the example will over here to assign the code. Okay, if they ask you to count the number of bits, then you have to calculate it. Otherwise, still here you can find it. But anyhow, you just calculate it even if they ask or not. Okay, and be ready for your mid-semester exam. Prepare everything. Write down. Just try to solve the examples, more and more examples. Fine. Then only it will help you. Try to solve some more examples for all the sorting and all the examples. Okay. If you are having any doubt, any query at any point of time, please feel free to ask at any moment. Fine. And all the best for the mid-semester exam. Okay, yes, yes, there will be, sorry, here it is a 64 bits. Sorry. It's not a 16. 64. So my answer will be different. 998. 138 bits. Right, this is the answer. Yes, correct, correct. Very good. Very good. Okay, fine. So let me wind up the session here. Today we have completed one example of Huffman coding, and from next section onward, we will start from the new unit number 6, that is a graph theory. Okay. So thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed the session.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, you told me you will upload mid-semester or finals paper in a portal, but you haven't uploaded it.
Just a second.